Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today I got something kind of basic, basic car, nothing special. I got a 2014 Traverse, and it has a leaky front exhaust pipe where it's got the mesh, the flex section, and a broken motor mount, which I believe both combined would probably cause the exhaust problem. Up front here, there it is right there. I don't know if you can see. I'll just show it when I take all this stuff off here. But it's got a crack. It's completely separated. The engine rocks back and forth, um, and I'm sure that put some wear on that flex section of this pipe. The engine is the 3.6 variable valve timing engine. So the one thing I will say under here is there is lots of room, unlike a lot of other cars I know, to get to the bolts. We are going to be using some heat on these, and worst case scenario, if these break, looks like I could just drill them out. Same thing with up front, easily accessible. So I'm not anticipating any major issues other than maybe the bolts breaking off, but it looks like to remove it, you got your 6 bolts and drop this bracket here and it's going to come off. So I did not have good luck with the bolts. I got one stud that did not break. The one on the converter doesn't matter because that pipe's getting replaced, so we got to put new bolts in it anyway. So I'm going to have to put bolts in here in this flange on the 2 front ones, and this back one needs one. So right now I just have this cross brace is the only thing holding this pipe. So I use my trusty air hammer and knocked them out. They're just knurled in, they're like pressed in, and they actually popped right out. And I used, this is a pointy end I put in after I got the stud mounted flush, and this is the bad boy. So obviously you want to remove your O2s from this pipe and put them into this one. So all we got to do is just put it up. All right, so I used 9/16, or I'm sorry, the nuts are 9/16, but 3/8 by 16, 1.25 inches long for the connection to the rear exhaust pipe. Then I have the one original that lasted, or didn't break, I should say. And then here, I used shouldered nuts and bolts, 8mm, and they are 30 millimeters long. Here are the 3/8 bolts that I use, and I use these lock nuts with just a washer on the lock nut side. And this is what the 8mm looks like, and the nut. All right, so next we're going to do the front engine mount, and I want to get the bolt out from the top, so I'm going to have to take off this big plastic piece. So basically, you're going to pull all these push pins out and get this out of the way, because I got to get this out for the other mount. There is the bolt down there. That's the top of the motor mount, the nut. And that oil you see is I had to remove the oil filter to get to the nut, because it's a straight shot now with the oil filter moved. All right, so you can get it out without taking this bracket off. So, and this is, right now it's just jacked up. There is a tab I can see it right in the back there. It locks in a spot, so that's where it goes. But you might have to wedge it with a pry bar to get it in there, because you get it in the top first and you kind of pry it over, maybe tap it with a hammer until the stud pops through the hole. So it's in. Now I have the engine lifted with this one here, so I'm just going to lower it back down, and then I put the nuts back on the oil filter, and we're move on to the side. So this is the front mount, and I told them we should change it. 'Cause I couldn't really see anything with it, but as you can see, it's toast. This is supposed to be solid, so it's a good thing we did it, obviously, instead of just doing the side one. So yeah, that's no good. So I decided I'm going to do this in the reverse order because it's easier for me to figure it out first. So here's the old mount, another blown out deal. So there's a new one. So it just goes in here with 2 bolts. I'm just going to bring it down in here. Line up your 2 holes. The holes are slightly slotted, so it's easy to line up. I believe these are 47 foot-pounds. I'll get to that in a second. Here's what it looks like installed. And now we're going to put this fuse box tray back in. So this goes in here. There's 3 bolts. One here, here, and here. The 2 on the wall have studs, so you're going to run it underneath the wires here. So that's in place now. So, like I said, I dropped this in place. There's a stud there, and then there is a bolt hole down there. Alright, so next, this goes in, and this just snaps in there. And you follow the shape like this. You gotta run it underneath this fuse block, and then it just drops on some like tangs, and then you just push it in. And that's that. Next, you have another fuse piece right here. This is going to drop in right there. And now your fuse box. And this just snaps in too. It screws in too when, after it snaps in, but right now it just to make sure that everything's lined up. Now they're all snapped in. And now you can tighten it up. Use a Phillips or 10 millimeter. you're going to tighten it. There's spots right here. I'll show you. You'll start to see orange. You'll know that it's pulled in all the way. These will like be, when you unscrew them, they'll kind of go black because that orange drops down in the hole. Both of these. So, and then when you tighten it and you see the orange flush again, you know that it's seated all the way. And then what I did is I taped the positive wire so they don't touch anything. But now I just need to untape it, drop it on, and then put the 13 millimeter back on. All right, so I got the 13 mil back on, put this protective cap back on, and now all there is to it is the fuse cover. And the engine cover, you just take the oil fill off, and it just pops off of these little pins, just by hand. I would put them back on, but I'm going to do spark plugs on this thing, so I'm not going to put that back on. But that concludes, other than putting this panel back on too, changing the front and torque strut mounts. All right, real quick, when I was throwing this together earlier, I missed this hole and that bracket was below it, so I had to real quick take this all apart and get that line back up, but that didn't take long. But just watch that. But I was probably just not paying attention because I was using this camera. So the exhaust pipe is not bad at all, other than maybe breaking some bolts, but if you can just knock those studs out, you won't have a problem. The front mount is a little tight. Like I said, you're really going to have to jack the engine up in the front, and you're going to have to kind of pry on the mount so that it squishes the rubber just enough to get the bottom stud to drop in. Once that happens, there's no problem. And that upper one, other than taking the fuse panel out, is not a problem either. It's just a little tedious, but nothing was majorly hard about it. But yeah, I'm completely believing that the mounts are causing these pipes to go bad. I mean, and the fact that the parts store had it in stock shows that this pipe probably goes out often. So, but yeah, with all the movement with those motor mounts, guaranteed to put wear and tear on the flex joints and, made it leak. So I hope you got what you needed out of this. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one.